Hey, how's it going, guys? Ricky Summer here. Welcome back to X4. Alright, so all the backlog videos are out. I've read your comments. We've got a few things to address, but before it leaves the system, real quick, Stormbringer, Nomad, Vanguard. Okay, don't even trip. We've replaced the supply ship. It needed to happen. If only for the reason that listen. Getting the carrier to go and collect its own wares is a waste of time. If we have a supply ship gathering wares for it, it can stay at the station and it can pound the station and also protect the sector, protect the station, all that sort of stuff. Okay, so that's first order of business out of the way. Why did I get the Argon supply ship? What's it called? It's the Nomad. It's a Nomad Vanguard. Why did I get this one? Because it was the cheapest. Oddly enough, like I was shopping around. And hang on, let's actually double check. If I go over to the free families sectors and buy a monitor, that's 22 million credits. Ridiculous. That's that's an exorbitant. Is that the word? Is that the correct wordage? Maybe it is. Maybe it's not, but it's the word I'm using. I don't care what the word is. I just know the sound it makes when it takes a man's wallet. Okay, 7.8 mil. I actually paid even less for it. I paid 6.1 mil for this thing. And the Talati version was also very cheap. Let's double check. It was like the difference in price, we were talking a couple 100,000 credits. 6.5, there you go. So what was the other one? 6.8 or something? Anyway, now this one's cheaper. Beautiful. So I just went with price. I went with the bottom line on this one. I really like the idea of the Talati supply ship because it's got 3 medium docking ports, which is very nice, and it's kind of a sexy looking ship. Not all the Talati ships are really my cup of tea. You know, they're flying mushrooms, but this one in particular, I think the longer body on it, chassis, hull. Let's go with hull. The longer hull on it is. It complements the bell end of it real nice. 3 engines, beautiful. Okay, you'll also notice that my face, I think, is probably bigger now. I've adjusted some things because of streaming world has caused me to adjust some things in OBS. So now I'm bigger, higher resolution. Rick, how you doing? Okay, all right. So let's address some things here. Let us address, what are we doing over here in this sector? Where are we? We are in the Rattlesnake, okay? So I've retaken command of the Rattlesnake, as I should have done from the very beginning. It's the only way. We're currently in combat, and you'll also notice, my friends, the wheel-wielding Flak. Okay, so let me give you the history of me and Flak. I love Flak. I love the sound of it. I love the sound it makes when it takes a man's life. Just saying flat cannons. That's what I'm talking about right there. I'm a huge fan of Battlestar Galactica, the reimagined series. I haven't seen the original because I'm a Macedonian scrub. But the flat cannons, those scenes where it's just like, you know, they need to protect the fleet and the Galactica wheels around and comes between the Cylons and the fleet, and it's just puckering away with those flat cannons, creating flak clouds. Oh, buddy, I don't know what love is, but I think that's about as close to love as I'm ever going to get. It's just, it's beautiful. And I'm pretty sure I downloaded a mod in the X3 reunion days, even back then, that turned flat cannons into basically the Battlestar Galactica flat cannons, and they created flat clouds. And oh, so the reason I haven't gone with flak up until this point, because their range is nowhere near as good as Pulse. The turret turn speed isn't as good as Pulse, but there were a few comments on the last video, in particular episode 20, y'all were like, why isn't he using flak? Or just wait until he discovers flak, he won't use anything else. So I'm like, alright, we'll re-outfit the Rattlesnake with flak, and we'll see what the fuss is about. So far, I gotta say, little bit lackluster. Again, the range issue is huge. But even that, it's like I'm not really hitting much. It does seem to do, like, when it hits, it does a lot of damage. And I shredded a P in, like, 0.2 seconds flat once the shields were down, which is great. So we'll hold on to them. We'll see how we go once we get actually swarmed. Otherwise, what else am I doing here? I've hedged my bets a little bit. So we've gone on the 4 forward turrets, plasma. Let me just double check that. Pretty sure that's what I did. Plasma, yes, on the 4 front-facing turrets. On the 2 rear turrets, top and bottom, I've gone for dumbfire missiles. This is so we can hedge our bets, because we know plasma works, we like how plasma works. The forward-facing ones means that we can just point ourselves at the station, lay into it, and hopefully the front turrets are going to help us out, just keep pounding away. And the rear turrets will wheel around and shoot off dumbfire missiles. Hopefully this works, because it seems to be, I can't really get a straight answer on whether missiles are worth it or not. So we'll test them out. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do this episode? We need to, you know what? I'm going to rename the Nomad for one. we're going to say executive decision. I'll sort out the designation of it later, but we're just going to call it the Slab. No, Slab, not Flab. Although, so that's the Slab. The Redis is off doing what the Redis does best. I don't know why it just engaged my engines when I go into the menu, but we don't have to worry about that. So let's head on off. Let's keep going. So I need to double check the yacht. The yacht is fine. Good. Okay, so I sent the yacht off. Before I hit record, I sent the yacht off to put a couple of satellites near these 2 stations. And I've noticed, the reason I did this is because I noticed this station was taking damage. On further inspection, it's actually... it's the Ministry of Finance. Our sworn, slightly disgruntled acquaintance. They're not an enemy per se, but they're not happy with us. So I'm tempted to actually switch gears here, and we'll go to this station here, and we'll help out the Ministry of Finance. How are we going to do that? We're going to do it manually in the Rattlesnake, okay? Then we're going to get the Stormbringer to join us. For the moment, the default order for the Stormbringer is protect the station. So we can give it manual orders. We're not going to bring it into our personal fleet. It is the fleet. It is its own fleet. We give it manual orders. When the orders are done, it goes back to protecting the station. I want to automate as much as humanly possible, but fully understanding that yes, we have to take manual control and micromanage a little bit more to a certain extent. Okay. I've also, as a side note, I've noticed behavior where I'm not sure what triggers it specifically, but I've noticed situations where the Stormbringer is tasked to protect the station, and sometimes it'll move to attack itself, and sometimes it'll actually launch the Asp Raiders to do its dirty work, which I love. I want it to do that more. That's great. Otherwise, the Peregrines are still waiting on the change equipment order because they're getting more torpedoes. These Asp Raiders, these might be a new addition from the last episode, I think. I don't think you guys have seen these ones yet. I did pay for them. It's been suggested that I capture some, and maybe we'll do that, but that's time consuming. For the moment, if we can afford it, we'll pay for them just to gain some ground here. These guys are loaded out with dual pulse lasers, which are working wonders, by the way. The pulse lasers work great on fighters, apparently, and they've got a single torpedo launcher, just in case. They'll probably waste them on fighters, but we'll see how we go. Okay. With no further gilding the lily, and with no more ado, 9 minutes into the video, let's set ourselves a little bit of cheeky guidance. No, not logistics, you big dingus. Guidance, please. Let's take ourselves to where we need to go. Grab the old Stormbringer. Who is this? Faf Raider? The Faf. Hang on. Who are the Faf? Are they the Fallen families? Where are they? They don't have a sector of their own, do they? They've got like a pirate station or something somewhere. Anyway, we don't need to worry about that. We've got a lot of activity over here. But let's get it going. The Stormbringer tasked to attack. I'm ready. Also, it was noted that I now don't have anywhere near enough defense modules on the outpost. We're going to get that done. Don't you worry about that. So, for the time being, Rattlesnake. Oh, also, so I've been looking at mods in preparation for the next playthrough, and I don't want to get you guys like feeling insecure about this current playthrough. I'm not like biting at the bit to end it and start a new one. No. We're going to see this through to completion. We're going to take out the Xenon. We're going to try our best to take out the Xioth and just establish the free families as their own thing. We're going to make sure that they remain free. But I have been scoping out mods. There's a couple I got my eye on. Yes, we're going to use the one that rebalances everything, VRO or whatever it's called. Absolutely. And we're going to also cancel that command. And we're going to get the one that injects a bunch of X-Rebirth ships into the fray as well. Because some of those ships were really nice, even if the game wasn't totally up to scratch. But I also noticed there's a mod that lets you make money by farming out your construction ships to the races of the universe, and that made me aware of the fact that the construction ship has its own unique default behavior. Find build tasks, and this doesn't require any experience for the captain. So when it's not building stuff for us, it's just going to by default fly around and find stations to build for other factions. Now, I haven't installed that mod that gives us money because the mod might be a little old and maybe that functionality has been updated into the game anyway. So we're just going to let it do what it does best, and we're going to monitor the situation, see if it makes any money or if the captain gains any skill from that. So, I mean, surely if that's in the game, there has to be some sort of benefit to it. Anyway. We're off. We're good to go. So, naming. Do we have any? That's right. The elephant needs to be named. I don't think there's nothing really warranting some of the dirty, angry names that you guys are giving me right now. Darth Bubbles, I absolutely want to name something the Sword of Voltron. I keep forgetting what it's called, but you've written it in the comments, so I'll double check that. But I don't think anything really deserves that name yet. Or there's no ship deserving of that name, but we got that on the back burner. If and when we get a second carrier, which I think we very much will, we'll name it your thing. I want everyone to get a chance at having a ship named. So I'm trying my best there. Sorry if I double up sometimes. It's sort of like priority 1 and 2 are kind of neck and neck. Priority 1 is everyone gets a shot at naming something. Priority 2 is the names are appropriate. Alright, here we go. We're coming in hot. Disengage that autopilot. Oh, also the ugly duckling is joining the ride. Just as an attack fleet, so it shouldn't do anything. Hopefully. It's just gonna hang around and shoot off its flax whenever anything gets too close. Okay, let's get in here. Now, I doubt this is going to get us any rep with the Ministry of Finance, but it still can't hurt to help them out, right? Okay, are we we're not close enough. We need to be within 6.7 Ks. Then our plasmas will engage. Honestly, I'm not off the top of my head, I don't know what the range of the missile launchers are. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Bring it down. Want to shimmy away from the line of sight of those turrets. There we go. We're having... No! Oh, for fuck's sake. Are you legitimately serious right now? Alright, as soon as we're out of range here of the turrets, I swear... What is that? What? Oh, God. Okay, I'm going to explain to you. I'm going to explain to you why this is bullshit right now. And then we'll sort it out. The yacht is dead. Okay. So it's like right now I'm like, do I save the destroyer or the yacht is dead? The yacht is gone. I think. What is that? Oh, hang on. Unless they're defense drones. I honestly can't remember if I've got defense drones. on this thing or not. Okay.
You're wrecking my shields.
Alright, hang on. Are we good? No! We're not good. Okay, hang on. Let's get out of here, huh? We need more range on this thing. And I know we're going to get that. We're going to get more range when we install that mod. Okay, I think we're safe here. Okay, Jesus. No, the yacht is safe. Oh, thank God. Okay, so it must be... Where's the... You know what? Let's... Alright, so let me explain to you what I want to do here. I want to get into a safe spot. I don't want to just run, because if we run, it's good. Okay, we're running. So here's the thing, guys. We're running. This is my fault, mostly. Are we safe here? Okay, I want the shields to recharge, then we're going to run out in there and get a better spot. So what is that? That's probably a defense drone. We've lost the ugly duckling, because it was a dingus. Okay, so why did that happen? Why did that happen? Because for some reason, it decided to take up formation, like, right in front of me. So we've played these entire 20 episodes, and look, I'm not going to... should have been smarter about this. I should have been smarter. I'm a slow learner. Actually, in reality, I'm a fast learner. But when it comes to video games, I'm a slow learner. But I do learn, okay? How we going? Yeah, we're fine. We're safe. We'll get away with this. It's fine. So I figured, 20 episodes, the attack command has done absolutely nothing. And to be fair, it still has done absolutely nothing. But along with nothing, it's also put the ugly duckling right in front of my ship where I didn't want it, instead of where the attack command has always put ships, which is like right behind us, right? I figured it was probably safe. I shouldn't have figured. We don't figure. We don't leave anything up to chance. We don't assume. The only assumption that is safe to make is that the AI is gonna do the absolute worst possible thing on the face of the planet. And that's pretty much what's happened there. So that's fine. So something else I would like to know is, what in the Sam Hill sandwich fuck is the Talati destroyer firing? That is so... Oh, it's its front cannons? Yo, its front cannons are... No, but like its turrets are also severe. What is that? It's a Talati large plasma turret, but why is its range intense? You seeing this? I've had to get in like real tight. But you know, listen. On the whole, Preparation H feels good. The station's at 76%. We're safe nestled in the corner there. The Stormbringer, what are you doing, honey? He's having a little moment. That's alright. He should be attacking, but God knows what he's doing. I also contemplated switching out some of his large turrets only with dumbfires, but it was going to cost too much. The flaks are substantially more expensive. They're like twice the price, I think, of okay. Our hull is going up, so we're good. Twice the price of plasmas. Pulse, sorry. So it's something else that I've noticed I do is I keep mixing up pulse and plasma. I know what they are in my brain. My mouth just says the wrong one. So if I've ever mentioned plasma where it doesn't make sense, I mean pulse. I'm sorry. I understand plasmas are not good. Plasmas and large turrets, neither of them are good for taking out fighters, and I don't intend to use them in that capacity. Okay, 74. Like we're doing the Lord's work here. I'm gonna stop checking the hull of the Rattlesnake because it's fine. We had a little bit of a mishap there, but on the whole, we're now in a good place emotionally, you know, just pretty much just emotionally we're in a good place. We're not in a good place anywhere else. Look at this. Look at the range on these boys. You know what? This is making me think that maybe we go to the encyclopedia and turrets. So if we're talking Talati large plasma. Oh, excuse me? Effective range 8.6. Split large plasma. Oh! Okay. See, now that makes sense. I've been comparing turrets, and for the most part the ranges have been on parity. So hang on, Argon. We have no information about Argon. Okay, all right, cool. No doubt. So let's look at Talati Pulse 3.4 on the rangeometer. Split medium pulse 3.4 on the rangeometer. Yeah, that's fine. And also, like, the turret, the turn speed is better for the split. So the split pulse are just on the whole better. Cool. What about beams? Effective range 2.6 for Talati. Yeah, okay. So is it just the plasma that beats out? Hang on. What about? Okay, the only information we have for Talati is with large turrets is the plasmas. That's very interesting. Medium bolt, 3.3, 3.3. Yeah. So all right. All we know for sure is Talati large plasmas have a better range than split large plasmas. Does that also mean that all large Talati turrets have better range than split large turrets? Maybe, maybe not. So maybe, considering that we don't need fast tracking on plasmas, because we're taking out, you know, big ships, stationary targets, maybe it's not a bad idea to get Talati large plasma turrets. Oh, they're big bruisers. And we still got like zero information vis-a-vis the Paranid. Paranid, I'll be honest, Paranid is a race that I almost never, ever deal with. I'd like to force myself to take part in some Paranid activities. Get some Paranid ships at one point. Okay, so like, for once in my life, I have someone who needs me. For once in my life, the Raptor's not doing anything. But, you know, that's life. That's what... Okay. You get it. We all have gyros on our bikes. The slab is taking some heat. But I'm not concerned. This boy should be in possession. His shields are fine. This boy should be in possession of Argon Pulse. Argon Pulses. So his tracking's gonna be great. Yeah, he's fine. He's fine. Redis, where you at? Redis is just chilling. Okay, so the slab's actually coming back. What is this? Defense. Oh, he's got defense drones. Cool. Yeah, he's gonna be fine. He's loaded up with goods. He's loaded with meat. And he's going to bring it back to the Stormbringer. Okay, we got some peas coming in. Yeah, we're still gaining hull. This is fine. Peas, I mean, I think we're just taking enough damage that our shields are not regenning. Does this mean we should pull back and hope... Hang on, what is shooting us, though? That's the question. It's like it's a turret so small. There it is. There it is. That we can't even target it. Okay. It's a medium impulse turret. So here's the thing. This is what I'm going to do. Let's go to... Actually. Turret commands are right here. So let's say... Plasma. Attack my current enemy. Yes, verily I say unto you, get wrecked thine turret, and we're good to go. Okay, Oops. I'm also very grateful that stations apparently count towards the attack capital command. Okay, what is that? We've got aspirators. Aspirators have been deployed. Alright. Hopefully, they're not going to go to the station. I will micromanage them if they decide to attack the station. But for the moment, they're doing what it says on the tin. They're defending the carrier, along with a couple of peregrines. So let's check in with the aspirators, Bob. Look at this. Look at this! Dude, they're shredding! Shreddy spaghetti. The Pulse. The Pulse really is the best all-round boy. But I think they're, so far, I've noticed them being most effective on fighters. Okay. It's slow going, but you know, it's going. Alright. The slab is back in action. We've got a big mess over here. I don't mind a big mess, you know, that's just life. It's the spice of life. Don't you, oh god, don't you dare. You know what would be great? If we could, if we had the ability to click and drag. Please. Flee. Good. And then, just dude, just dock. Alright? Pal? Get rid of that shit. I want none of that shit. Our shields are coming back. The sun is rising. At first light on the 5th day, at dawn, look to the east. Okay, chat, you proud of me? I don't know. You proud of me? I've micromanaged. Okay? Okay, we got flak. Yo, the fighters are incredibly good. Oh! Dude, I'm pogged. I'm pogged. Okay. Let me suck those boys in. A fighter, my guy. Look. I can't help but notice that you're attacking a goddamn station. What did I tell you to do? What did I say? Get out. Go. Okay, he's fleeing. What are you doing? You better, I swear to God. What is he doing? Dude, fly towards the carrier. Christ. Okay, we might lose one. I'm so mad. Okay, so you may have noticed, as I have, that our missile turrets, while targeting, they're facing towards the station, but they're not actually doing anything. Do we actually have to... What if I press L? Pretty sure L is launch missile. No weapon assigned to the active weapon group. Select the primary weapon group with 1, 2, 3, 4. For Christ's sake. Honestly, I don't know. They kind of do what they want, huh? Alright, so I think he's probably safe. The Phoenix is like doing the absolute Lord's work over here. The slab coming in. It looks like the Stormbringer has moved away from active combat in the middle of its attack order so that the slab can dock. If that's the case, I'm so proud of it. Like, you have no idea. Okay. Let's wheel about. How do we get the missiles to fire? Okay, 69% boys. Nice. Okay, so if I go to modes, Rattlesnake, secondary. It's not like there's nothing. There shouldn't be anything on secondary. So I don't think that's it. Should be L. Otherwise, hold on. Bear with me for a second. I'm just going to double check the key binding on launching missiles. Honestly, I don't know. All I can think of is maybe we have to cycle the weapon type. L is secondary fire, but not necessarily launch missiles. So I'm not seeing any indication of... Honestly, I don't know. I would have thought... I don't know. I would have thought that if we've got missiles in the hold, which we do... I also don't love that they don't show. They're like in a separate hold or something. Anyway, if we've got items in the hold and we've got turrets ready to fire, capacity dumbfire missiles, right? Ammunition. Just like go. Just go, dude. Unless, hang on, what if I try attack my current enemy on both of the dumbfires? Maybe that's the better strat. Oh, there we go. Hey, that's working. Oh, is this substantial? Is this doing a lot of damaggio? We may as well scan the station while we're at it. We're now at full hull strength. I love it. Take that, you Xenon bastards. Dude, we're shredding. We're shredding this thing. Ooh, okay. Let's make sure that we got the station targeted. Do we need to be... Maybe it won't shoot directly at already destroyed modules. It's a distinct possibility. So far, I haven't had much luck targeting individual station components. Ooh! Someone's getting excited in Discord. Ooh! Speaking of guys, speaking of Discord, guys, if you guys want to join the Discord, there'll be a link in the description, as there always is, but I'll bring it up higher in the description for you to check it out. Come on over to the Discord. We've got a Space Sim channel where you can discuss Space Sims and X4 to your heart's content. We've already got some regulars in there who, you know, we talk X4 on the regular. So come and harangue me about what I'm doing wrong. If you want. And also, you know what? I'd love to find out what other games you guys are into, especially in the Space Sim realm. So, you know what? Comment down below as well. What else are you guys enjoying? What are you playing? What have you played in the past when it comes to Space Sims? Have we got any elite boys or girls in the community here? I mean, listen, that's a game I always want to get back into. But, listen, it's just about sitting down and deciding what I want to do with my life. Okay, how we going? 55. There we go. Popping off those dumb fires. Not smart fires. Dumb fires. I love it. Okay, let's check in on the fleet. Let's make sure that we haven't done anything stupid. Well, I mean, this is worrisome. That's not my ship, so I'm fine with that. I might actually have to... Alright, so here's the thing. The Stormbringer's not doing anything right now. So, we're going to disengage the attack command and let it get back to Morpheus Station to get rid of this whole mess. What is that? That is the yacht. The yacht should be coming to dock with me. I've set fly and wait. No, okay. I've set its default command to You coming around, bud? There we go. I've set the yacht's default command to dock and wait at the rattlesnake. So it's going to be my little scout. It's going to fly out and plop satellites everywhere. And it's also going to be my personal little capture ship whenever I need it. But, you know, like I said, if we can automate it, we're going to automate it. So let's do what we can here. How are we going? Oh, I'll tell you what, guys. We do be going. Let's move it. We've sustained a Scotia damage. Hang on, let's not jump into friendly fire here. We've sustained just a little bit of damage on our front cannons, but that's alright. We can sort that out. 65%. I thought we'd gotten it down to less than that. There better not be any big turrets up here. Okay. Get stuck into it, dude. There we go. The dumbfires. So let me know what you think. What do you think of this build that I put together? Plasmas at the front, dumbfires at the back, and flak everywhere else. Honestly, feeling a little bit... feel like the flak's just a little bit lackluster. It's a range thing. I don't know. I missed the pulse. Maybe we'll put argon pulse on it. Oh, hang on. Are we getting hit on the front somewhere? We are. I don't love that. Can we target... No, alright, we've lost the cannon, huh? It's just... this shit's too far away for me to... The turrets are too far away for me to target them, dude. What if I just shoot in the general direction of the turrets? Maybe we can hit something. I'm not sure this is really working for us. Let's see if we can just gain some ground here, gain some height, and move away from the, what are they even firing? Their impulse, huh? I do miss impulse cannons. They're super satisfying. Possibly even more so than the bolts. And shard is something, we've been talking about shard in the comments. Shard is something else I like on principle, but I haven't really tested them out too much. That's another weapon type we've got to try out. Okay, I think we're a little safer here. Sustained a little more damage than I would like, but, you know, we're doing the Lord's work. We're making up ground, and we're laying into this thing. And hopefully, like Faramir with Denethor the second? Was it Denethor the second? Should we return? Maybe the Ministry of Finance will think better of us, you know? I mean, fat chance, but... that would matter. It would matter in what manner you would... I've botched it now. But basically, it depends how we return, right? That would depend on which manner... that would depend on the manner in which you return. I think that's more or less the quote. Okay, 52%. Let's check for when the dumbfires actually hit. I wonder if we, like, drop a whole... Yo, maybe. They might be doing... Do you think they do a full percentage? Or maybe 0.5%? Dude, we can't really escape these impulses. But that's life, you know? You can't escape your impulses. The very thing that makes us human. Mouse. The Matrix. 1999. Yo, this boy's at 50%. Let's check in on the Stormbringer. Stormbringer's coming in hot. Stormbringer, this is not going to be a problem. Worst case scenario, we lose a couple of raiders. But you know what? I think he's handling them pretty well. I'm not concerned. Okay, I don't think we're gonna... we're not in danger of losing the rattlesnake here. But look, we're gonna have to do some work on it. We're gonna have to repair it a little bit, but let's skip ahead to when this thing is actually destroyed. Is this it? Yo! That's what I'm talking about. We got them, boys. Yeah. The station is no more. We're a little bit worse for wear. But the station is no more. Okay. First thing we do now is we re-engage our dumbfires to capital ships because I don't want to accidentally destroy a friend or something. How's that the ministry ship doing? He's waving off. That's one less Xenon station here. Okay. Update. The Stormbringer has returned home. We've lost no one in the pursuit of protecting the station. I noticed the station taking out some boys as well with its own defenses. As I mentioned earlier, it's been said that Morpheus Station needs to... Here we go. It needs to be upgraded with more defense modules, and I hear you. We will do that next episode, make no mistake. But for the moment, it's holding strong. Yeah, look at that. It's doing the Lord's work. It's not killing things like super quickly, but it's fending them off. Like, we're not in danger of losing the station from these small guys. Now, if a couple of Ks come along, maybe it might be a different story. But I'm not seeing any Ks. So what could we do to enhance our efforts here? Well, any number of things. We could maybe get the Stormbringer to just patrol the sector, possibly. I don't know how well that's going to work. More satellites, absolutely. Like satellites at the gates. We explore the sector a little more. But as far as my most recent intel, we've only got one more Xenon station left in the sector. Now, once we destroy that, the final solar power plant, will we gain control of the sector? Will it remain in the control of the Xenon for whatever reason? Will it go to the Taladi, who also have a presence here? These questions and many more answered in the next episode of X4 Split Vendetta. Alright guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button and let me know in the comments down below what other space games you guys into. Furnish me with that information. I'm hungry for it. I need to know. Alright, I'll see you next time guys. Ricky Summer out.